Okay, so day 3, and I'm gonna be completely fucking real, because if this is gonna be my journal as if it was how I normally journal, and there should be no difference when I upload onto YouTube. So I didn't take any trades today. This one I've got in now is just something I saw at the moment. So this is just playing out, but I had a fucking girl over last night, and basically I was saying that, it wouldn't affect me, I'd still get up, I'd still do all this. It completely affected me, didn't get up, didn't do any of my routine in the morning, completely scuffed everything, and it's not her fault at all, it's completely my fault. And I want to just go over the thoughts I was having through the day and how it's important not to spiral into having a bad day overall. So my morning was scuffed, had close to no sleep, made no trades in the morning, didn't do my ice bath, didn't hit my calorie goals, basically just a very scuffed morning up to about midday. And I was like, yo, let's not fucking spiral into a bad day, let's still do everything that I'm supposed to do in the time where I would normally do it. So still had a fucking sick gym session. Actually, to be fair, I'm literally about to have the meal to make up for this morning, so this might cut because I might have to go and deal with that. But so yeah, basically I very easily could have gone, right, the morning scarf day is a write-off. That is just bad. That is a really bad habit, because things like this will happen. There is life which does come up, and this isn't a good example because this is completely out of discipline and not a good habit to be in at all. But for example, if there was something else that happened and I let it affect my whole day, then I'm just going to have these resets for absolutely no reason. And in terms of longevity and doing this over a long period of time, I can't expect to have perfect conditions all the time. That's just unrealistic and just stupid to think that's possible. The trick is to maintain discipline. So tomorrow, exact same as routine, up, streaming, trading as normal, and I'm not going to let it affect the second part of the week. So yeah, I just thought I'd be real. And this is not an excuse at all, but going over what potentially might have missed today, the only thing I really liked was on the 15-minute, obviously we're in this hourly fair value gap, there was an SMT at these highs. This one swept it, this one didn't, but this was around 10, and my trading time is 8 till 10, so it wasn't in my trading time, so I would have stepped away anyway. But that's not, that is just a complete hindsight, that's just not a good excuse, but I'm just putting it out there because I wouldn't have caught this trade anyway. And then obviously because I had to shift my day, I went gym during the New York session, so I didn't trade the PM. I think there was a nice little setup here actually I liked. What was it? 230. So we know we're going to sell off because we had this SMT, big sell off. This is the drawn liquidity. Have a nice 15-minute fair value gap here, right at New York Open. We swipe liquidity. Is it an internal setup? Okay, this is horrible chop. I wouldn't have traded that. What about NQ? NQ is a little bit cleaner. 5-minute fair value gap. Yeah, this is clean. I missed this setup today, so this is your turtle soup entry in an area I already expect to reject. Big sell-off out the range, disrespecting all these bullish fair value gaps. This would have been a really nice short down to this low, and then obviously equal those down here. So missed that in the PM. Again, there's always going to be more opportunity. The market isn't going fucking anywhere. So am I pissed I missed this? No, in the long run, because there's always going to be opportunity. I shouldn't be pissed about not catching trades, but in terms of I'm pissed about how I missed the trade because of what happened this morning. So it's more the reasoning than the actual trade itself. So this trade we worked out. I'll just go over this now actually, as I literally just made this. So again, the draw is lower, bigger time frame. We have this draw on liquidity here. We're selling off. There's no bounce to the upside. Literally just very bearish. Pulled back to this 5 minute. Again, turtle soup entry. Swept liquidity. Push down. I would have entered on the touch of this fair value gap. Comes up, nice sell off, TP1 hypothetically, and then this would be my TP2. Yeah, that's pretty much it, because I didn't make any trades today. I will just do the draw and liquidity for tomorrow, but my food has a minute left, so I'm gonna cut and I'll do the draw and liquidity in a second. Okay, I'm now gonna do the draw and liquidity for tomorrow. Noticing here that the trade actually went through, hit take profit 1 and 2, which is what I expected to happen. In terms of journaling, would I have taken this trade, and should I have taken this trade? This does look like an A+ setup, besides the fact that sell-side liquidity has already been taken. This makes it a bit less probable, but it's also the time, so 6 PM UK time. That's out of my rules of trading, and there's way less volume. It would be the PM session for New York, so it's not an awful time to trade, excuse me, but it's out of my rules. I'm not gonna break my rules. If I was to take this trade, it would be extremely low size, but also with the bad habits from this morning and seeing this as I was about to record this journaling day, I decided to just backtest it and paper trade, but it worked out, which is pretty hard. Okay, I'm going to do the draw on liquidity for tomorrow now. What I expect going into tomorrow, and what I need to see happen first, essentially. So we're still in this daily fair value gap, and we're still respecting it. We have equal highs up here. Noticing again, I think I've said this a few times, I sound like a fucking broken record. This has been swept on TradingView, so I'm gonna just put this as /TV swept. But going into tomorrow, we've come down, we've swept sell side. We're in a daily fair value gap. We could maybe get a buy model up to these equal highs and then the external draw up here. So let's mark in tomorrow. These are my liquidity points. We also have some generated buy side here. What needs to happen is, well, what I'd like to see happen is some bullish behavior. I'd like to see us run this fair value gap, potentially doing this in the overnight session, and then maybe looking for a buy model up to these highs. We do have this fair value gap as well. Again, if we run through this, I expect the draw to be higher. Equally, we could respect these fair value gaps and then see lower, but as we've just swept sell side and we're in this daily fair value gap, I'm more bullish. And yeah, the second we swipe sell side, we've had a big distribution back up, so seems bullish so far. Now it's cross-reference with NQ here. So 4-hour chart, we're in a 4-hour fair value gap. We've just swiped these equal lows, and lots of generated buy side here. Notice how none of these highs have been taken out, and we've got equal highs up here as well. So an easy way to tell if it's low resistance liquidity is a trend line. If you can draw a trend line, then more probable wise there'll be a move like this. Well, actually that's a fucking degenerate drawing, but something like this, more quick and less reactive to levels. Because if you think about it, high resistance would be something like this, where we come up, we don't necessarily have to go here because there's still a lot of space and a lot of uncertainty between these two levels where we could just reverse, whereas where we are now, it's all so close together. Are we going to come here and reverse? Are we going to come here? Are we going to come here? Are we going to come here? There's no certain swing level making this all low resistance liquidity. And on a fundamental level, what people are doing, all these people who are in shorts, say they shorted here, their stop was originally here, then price went lower, the stop moved to here, price went lower, the stop's now here, the price went lower, the stop's now here. So people's stops are resting in this area. So in terms of why market's moving, it's going to go and hunt all this liquidity. So I'll just write that as low resistance. I hear a car alarm. I'm just going to check it's not my fucking car. Okay, it wasn't my car. Okay, so yeah, going into tomorrow on NQ. I'll draw in tomorrow here, 8. One thing to note is, just because there's low resistance liquidity, that doesn't tell us when we're going to take it out. Notice how this is more low resistance than this. This is still pretty. This is actually an interesting point because it's equal highs. So this is also a probable area price will go. But yeah, we don't know when price is going to go there. So let's first look at news going into tomorrow. Okay, CPI. Ooh, okay. All day. Okay, that's just not helpful. 8 AM. Not too bothered about that. 1:30. I won't be trading. Okay, so a little bit of news. So we'll bring some volatility in, which is good. Friday's a big day. Okay. So, yep. Tomorrow, not too worried about news. Let's have a look at the 4-hour again. So in this daily, if we disrespect this daily, then we might finish or not finish, but at least carry on to sell off. But I expect to at least maybe retrace and take out some of this low resistance liquidity. Also on a bigger time frame, we're currently in an uptrend, and there's no serious displacement. Actually, saying that, no, I don't have a married bias, but I would prefer to see longs now we've taken out these equal lows and we've retraced to this fair value gap. So in this overnight session, I expect some accumulation. Also take an internal low here. Lots of fair value gaps, big sharp move down. When we have distribution like this, we expect to see some accumulation. So I expect for us to accumulate in the overnight session. Potentially might be some setups in London. I want to be a bit picky. And then maybe you'll see something in New York. But it all depends what happens in the overnight session. So yeah, I think it's everything I wanted to cover. Again, it's always important to be accountable. So, I always want to go over what did I do right, what did I do wrong, what can I change going forward. I think what I did right was I didn't let the morning fuck up the rest of my day, which is what I did right. What I did wrong was, I don't have time to be messing about with fucking girls. I've got shit to do. What I'm doing isn't a joke. It's, I don't know, it was just bad decision making from me, and I've learned from that, and it's not going to happen again. Until I'm in this, a decent position where, I can have more time to play with, if that makes any sense. So, drawn liquidity is done. I will be streaming tomorrow at 8 UK time and 2 UK time. And yeah, I think that's everything I've covered. Drawn liquidity. Yep, so I will journal my trades or no trades I take tomorrow. And yeah, hard. This one's a bit different, but yeah, I'm not gonna stop these videos. I'm gonna journal everything, and yeah. Alright, peace.